Yogurt, the oldest fermented food still eaten daily, may date back 7,000 years. Nomadic herders in Central Asia likely discovered it by accident when milk stored in animal skin bags curdled in the heat. The bacteria responsible, Lactobacillus bulgaricus, was first isolated in 1905 by the Bulgarian physician Stamen Grigorov, who found it in traditional Bulgarian yogurt. The name itself comes from the Turkish word yogurmak, meaning to thicken or curdle. Genghis Khan reportedly fed yogurt to his armies as a field ration. In the early 20th century, the Russian biologist Ilya Mechnikov proposed that Bulgarian peasants lived unusually long lives because of their yogurt consumption, a theory that launched the modern probiotics industry. Commercial yogurt production began in Barcelona in 1919, when Isaac Carasso named his company Danone after his son Daniel. Global production now exceeds 100 million metric tons per year. Kimchi, Korea's national dish, has more than 200 regional varieties, and the collective practice of making it, called kimjang, is a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. The most familiar version is beichu kimchi, made from Napa cabbage salted, seasoned with gochugaru chili flakes, garlic, ginger, and fish sauce, then packed into earthenware jars called onji and left to ferment for days to months. The fermentation is driven primarily by lactobacillus and leuconostoc bacteria, which convert sugars into lactic acid. During the Korean War, the South Korean government developed military ration kimchi to feed its troops. South Korea now maintains a dedicated research institute for kimchi science. The country consumes roughly 2 million metric tons per year, and the average Korean eats nearly 40 kilograms annually. Kimchi refrigerators, designed with precise temperature zones for different fermentation stages, are a standard household appliance. Sauerkraut. Captain James Cook loaded 25,000 pounds of sauerkraut onto his ships before his second Pacific voyage in 1772, and over 3 years at sea, not a single crew member died of scurvy. The vitamin C in fermented cabbage, though Cook did not know the mechanism, kept his sailors alive while other expeditions were decimated. Sauerkraut itself is nothing more than shredded cabbage and salt, packed tight and left to ferment under its own brine. The technique likely originated in China over 2,000 years ago, where laborers building the Great Wall preserved cabbage in rice wine. German and Eastern European versions dropped the rice wine and let the cabbage ferment on its own. Most commercial sauerkraut sold today is pasteurized, which kills the live bacteria entirely. Kvass. Once the most consumed beverage in Russia, kvass is a mildly fermented drink brewed from stale dark bread, typically rye. The alcohol content stays below 1%, which historically classified it as a soft drink even for children. Street vendors once sold it from yellow tanker trucks on every major Russian boulevard during summer, a sight that largely disappeared after the fall of the Soviet Union, when Western soft drinks flooded the market. Peter the Great reportedly drank kvass daily. In 2008, Russian beverage companies launched a quote, "Kvass is not cola" marketing campaign to reclaim market share from Coca-Cola and Pepsi. The campaign partly succeeded, and kvass sales briefly surged. The drink dates back at least to the 10th century and appears in the Primary Chronicle, one of the oldest surviving East Slavic texts. Miso. A single batch of miso can take 3 years to reach maturity. The process begins with koji, a mold called Aspergillus oryzae that is first cultivated on cooked rice or barley. This koji is then mixed with cooked soybeans and salt and packed into wooden or ceramic vessels to ferment. White miso, called shiro, ferments for as little as 6 months and has a sweet, mild flavor. Red miso, called aka, ages for 1 to 3 years and develops a deep, salty intensity. Miso production in Japan dates back at least to the 7th century, and samurai carried dried miso as a portable protein source during campaigns. The city of Hatch in Aichi Prefecture has been producing hacho miso, made with soybeans only, for over 700 years. Kombucha. The rubbery disc floating in every jar of kombucha is a SCOBY, a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. It forms a cellulose mat on the surface of sweetened tea and slowly converts the sugar into acetic acid, carbon dioxide, and trace amounts of alcohol. The result is a fizzy, tart, slightly vinegary drink that has generated a global market worth over $5 billion. Health claims surrounding kombucha are extensive and mostly unproven. No large-scale clinical trial has demonstrated that it improves digestion, boosts immunity, or detoxifies the body. The drink likely originated in Manchuria around 220 BCE. It spread to Russia and Eastern Europe through trade routes, then reached Germany by the early 20th century. The modern American kombucha boom began in the 1990s in health food stores. In 2010, retailers pulled kombucha from shelves nationwide after testing revealed that some bottles exceeded the 0.5% alcohol threshold for non-alcoholic beverages. Sourdough. Every sourdough starter is a living ecosystem of wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria captured from the local environment. The most famous resident bacterium is Lactobacillus sanfranciscensis, named after San Francisco, where it was first identified in the sourdough that fed gold rush miners in the 1840s. The Boudin Bakery in San Francisco has maintained its original starter since 1849. The wild yeast in sourdough, typically Candida milleri, produces carbon dioxide for lift, while the bacteria generate lactic and acetic acids that create the signature tang. Unlike commercial baker's yeast, which is a single cultivated strain of Saccharomyces cerevisiae, a sourdough starter contains dozens of microbial species that vary by geography and flour type. Ancient Egyptian bakers used sourdough fermentation over 5,000 years ago. Tempeh. Originating in Java around the 17th century, tempeh is made by inoculating cooked whole soybeans with spores of Rhizopus oligosporus, a white filamentous mold that binds the beans into a dense, sliceable cake within 24 to 48 hours. Unlike tofu, which extracts soy protein from liquid, tempeh uses the entire bean, retaining all fiber, fat, and carbohydrates. The result is higher in protein, roughly 20 grams per 100 grams, and has a firm, nutty texture that holds up to grilling and frying. In Indonesia, tempeh is everyday food, sold in markets for a few cents per block. In the West, it has become a premium health product priced several times higher. Indonesian tempeh makers, called perajin, often wrap the inoculated beans in banana leaves, which regulate moisture and allow the mold to breathe. Kefir J. According to legend, the Prophet Muhammad gave kefir grains to the people of the Caucasus Mountains and instructed them never to share the grains with outsiders, because they would lose their potency. The grains are not grains at all but small, cauliflower-shaped clusters of bacteria and yeast bound together by a polysaccharide matrix called kefiran. A single kefir grain can contain over 60 distinct microbial species, far more than yogurt, which typically relies on 2 or 3. The grains are added to fresh milk, left at room temperature for 24 hours, then strained out and reused indefinitely. The fermentation produces lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and a small amount of alcohol, giving kefir a fizzy, tart, slightly yeasty flavor. The word comes from the Turkish keyif, meaning to feel good. Unlike yogurt cultures, kefir grains cannot be manufactured from scratch in a laboratory. They must be obtained from an existing grain, passed from person to person. Fish sauce. The Roman version was called garum, and at its peak, it was as ubiquitous in Roman cooking as ketchup is in American cooking today. Factories in Pompeii mass-produced it by layering fish intestines and salt in stone vats and leaving them to ferment in the sun for months. When Pompeii was buried in 79 CE, sealed jars of garum were preserved under the ash. Modern fish sauce in Thailand, called nam pla, and in Vietnam, called nuoc mam, follows the same principle. Whole anchovies are packed in salt in large barrels and fermented for 12 to 18 months. The resulting liquid is strained off, a clear amber fluid that is intensely salty, savory, and rich in glutamates. The island of Phu Quoc in Vietnam is considered the origin of the highest-grade Vietnamese fish sauce. The first press, like extra virgin olive oil, commands the highest price. Natto. The smell alone divides Japan into regions that eat it daily and regions that refuse to touch it. Natto is made by fermenting whole soybeans with Bacillus subtilis, a bacterium that produces long, sticky, mucus-like strings when the beans are stirred. The texture is polarizing. The flavor is earthy, pungent, and faintly ammoniac. Nutritionally, natto contains the highest concentration of vitamin K2 of any food ever measured, a nutrient linked to bone density and cardiovascular health. It also contains nattokinase, an enzyme studied for its ability to break down blood clots, though clinical evidence remains limited. Traditional production involves wrapping cooked soybeans in rice straw, where Bacillus subtilis naturally resides on the straw surface. The fermentation takes roughly 24 hours at around 40 degrees Celsius. Natto has been a staple in eastern Japan since at least the Edo period. Annual production in Japan exceeds 200,000 metric tons. Cheese. Every cheese on Earth begins as fermented milk. Rennet or acid separates the milk into curds and whey. Bacteria or mold convert lactose into lactic acid, and time does the rest. The likely origin story is another accident. Milk stored in a ruminant stomach pouch curdled from the natural rennet in the lining, and someone tasted the result. That was roughly 10,000 years ago. Today there are more than 1,800 named cheese varieties worldwide. Roquefort ages in limestone caves at a constant 7 degrees Celsius, colonized by Penicillium roqueforti introduced through breadcrumbs left in the caves centuries ago. Parmigiano Reggiano must age a minimum of 12 months by law, and wheels are tested by tapping with a small hammer to detect internal cracks by sound alone. A single wheel weighs around 38 kilograms and requires roughly 550 liters of milk to produce. Vinegar. At the heart of every bottle of vinegar is a living culture called the mother, a translucent cellulose mat formed by acetic acid bacteria as they convert alcohol into acetic acid. Any alcoholic liquid left exposed to air will eventually become vinegar, which is why open wine spoils into it. The process was first controlled deliberately at least 7,000 years ago in Babylonia. Traditional balsamic vinegar from Modena, Italy, is aged in a series of progressively smaller wooden barrels made from different woods: oak, chestnut, cherry, juniper, mulberry, for a minimum of 12 years, and up to 25 or more for the quote, extra vecchio designation. A single 100 milliliter bottle of genuine aceto balsamico tradizionale can cost over $150. Most supermarket balsamic is industrially produced in hours using wine vinegar and caramel coloring. The difference between the two is the difference between a century-old process and a factory shortcut. Chocolate. Without fermentation, there is no chocolate. The raw cacao bean is bitter, astringent, and nearly flavorless in any recognizable way. The transformation happens in the first 5 to 7 days after harvest, when cacao pods are split open and the wet, pulp-covered beans are piled under banana leaves and left to ferment. Wild yeast and bacteria consume the sugary pulp, generating heat that reaches 50 degrees Celsius and triggering chemical reactions inside the bean that develop over 400 flavor precursors. Skip the fermentation and the resulting chocolate tastes flat and acrid, no matter how skillfully it is roasted or processed afterward. The Olmec civilization in Mesoamerica was fermenting cacao at least 3,000 years ago. When cacao reached Europe in the 16th century, the fermentation step traveled with it because without it, the product was worthless. The global chocolate industry is worth over $130 billion, and every gram of it depends on a microbial process that no factory has ever successfully replaced. Fermentation is the oldest biotechnology on Earth. Before anyone understood bacteria, every civilization was already using them. Let us know in the comments which one we should go deep on next.